How good was Jahiem? It's your man Jet right here. And most people would say the best eras of R&B was the 70s and the 90s. But a lot of times people forget a great amount of R&B music came from the 2000s. And one of the shining stars of the 2000s, Jahiem. Yes, Jahiem, one of the R&B artists from the 2000s that sometimes get forgotten, but he got classic albums and classic songs. I understand we had huge stars like Usher, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, R. Kelly, but Jahiem made those hits that the hood loved. Now, what made Jahiem music stand out from others? He made very focused and very centered music. He made music for the everyday average couples. You know, every other R&B artist, they was like making music for ballers, you know, people that was rich couples, you know what I'm saying? But Jahiem made music for hood couples, the couples that didn't have everything, but they had everything when they was with each other. Jahiem was like the R&B underdog because the label never really believed in Jahiem, but Jahiem always found a song. Jahiem always had a hit when he was in his prime. Now, Jahiem burst onto the scene in 2000 with the debut album, Ghetto Love. Told y'all Jahiem was from the hood, Ghetto Love, and he had two big hits, especially in the hood. Anything featuring Next, y'all know, You Can Have It. Come on now. And then y'all know he really blossomed with the song, the next single, Just In Case. You feel me? That was a hit. And then we knew Jahiem really could make these R&B hits. And Jahiem wasn't done now. He came back next with my personal favorite Jahiem album, Still Ghetto. On this album, we learned Jahiem really loved the hood. He made songs like Fabulous. Now, if you a kid from that era, which I was, that song touches your heart every time you hear it because he sung the kids from the ghetto, letting us know we could be someone when we grow up. We ain't got to be the drunk dude or the junkie on the corner. We could be more, you know, never give up. He was singing that, man, I love Jahiem for that one, you know. And then he followed it up with the song, ladies, I know y'all love this, Put That Woman First. You feel me? If you from that era, you always have to go back to your mind and hear Jahiem say, put that woman first. Jahiem got the classic. Then Jahiem came back with the album Ghetto Classics. I told y'all, Jahiem, say what you want about Jahiem, but he never forgot about the hood. And on this one, he got on his grown man swagger, you feel me? And he only had one hit off this album every time I think about her, but it was a good song, and this album was very smooth. And then we have Jahiem's last really big selling album, The Makings of a Man. You feel me? Because I believe this album was his full transformation from the young ghetto man from the hood to being a real respectable man, still from the hood. But you know what? I can smooth it out sometimes. He had to hit Never on this one. And this was his biggest debut selling week of all time. He did 176,000 his first week. Jahiem was no sleeper. Now, how big was Jahiem really? He was way bigger than I thought he was. His first 4 albums all went gold. The first 2 went platinum. And he had a 4-album run where he sold over 100,000 copies in the first week of each album. In my opinion, looking at everything now, Jahiem was a top 10 R&B artist of the 2000s. I mean, you had your Usher at the top, you feel me? He just did numbers that nobody else could match. You had R. Kelly doing crazy numbers with TP2, Chocolate Factory, Trapped in the Closet, Happy People. Then you had Chris Brown come later on. You had your Joes, you had Tyrese, you had Tank, you had Trey Songz. And right there, in that top 10, you got to put them in the mix. Jahiem. To have 4 albums that go gold, 2 of them go platinum, and 4 albums that sold over 100,000 copies in the first week, Jahiem was a way bigger artist than we remember. And guess what? Jahiem is a legend of the 2000s. Y'all don't forget about Jahiem. Classic music.